Hello everyone, my name is Cinema Man and I just got done watching A24's latest production, Civil War. With Civil War, we follow a group of journalists as they navigate their way across America during a civil war to go interview the president. And just getting my general thoughts on the movie out of the way, I liked it for the most part, but there was one big negative or gripe that I had with this movie. And let's just get that gripe out of the way because it is just holding this movie back for me. So you watch the trailers, and the journalist side of this movie is very much left out from the trailers because in the movie you see, oh, it's a war where the Western forces, aka Texas and California, are going to war with the rest of the U.S. And you get to the movie, and it turns out that you don't see too much of the actual war. It's not even explained why the U.S. is fighting the Western forces. And it turns out that the main premise of this movie is literally just going through what journalists go through when they are reporting stuff like this, just to go in like a photo book or like a slideshow or a video or something that goes on the History Channel. And they go through all of this trauma just for that. And that was a great plot. Throughout the movie, I was so tensed up. I was into it. But their entire marketing campaign is we're watching a civil war. And we just see people witness parts of it, go to the aftermath, take pictures of it, document their journey to go see the president. And I get people will say you're missing the point, but that is their entire marketing campaign. And that's the only reason why I'm just sitting here just like confused on what this movie was doing, because it just, if you would have changed the title, I get it's Civil War and that should stay the same, I guess. But if you would have like changed the title or just like Life and Civil War, something like that, or if you wouldn't have marketed it as we're just going to be watching a civil war, then yes, I would have enjoyed this a whole lot more. But that just stuck in my mind the entire time I was sitting in that theater watching that. It was just, I'm so confused. Can we just see the war? And with that out of the way, this movie is a freaking treat to watch. It's freaking amazing. There are so many moments in this movie where I'm intense, and it's just like unbelievable. Starting off with the characters here, in my opinion, the standout was Joel, who was like this character that enjoyed being in these thrills. He enjoyed getting shot at, or he was there for the thrill, and that is all he was there for. Like, you see that in the movie, and his bravery that he shows throughout the film, and just how he's documenting these, and how he's running away from these bullets, how the battlefield is what brings him joy. As psychopathic as that sounds, it actually makes him more of a likable character. Also, the character of Lee in here was amazing in my opinion, but the reason it was amazing is because of how bland and one-dimensional she was. And I don't know if this was on purpose or this was a missed detail, but throughout the entire movie, the other journalists were sitting there training themselves not to be fazed by some of the horrific moments in this movie that you're just sitting there like, holy crap, this feels like a horror movie. Like, the insane amount of unsettling imagery really just puts you on the edge of your seat where you're like, how the heck are these people just taking the picture? And that's why they have this younger journalist in the movie to show you before you're even trained at that, when she's looking up to a character like Lee, that she goes in there and sees what happens and really just second guesses herself. And that brings us to some of the more intense action sequences of the movie. And with these intense action sequences, it's to the point where I'm someone who sees myself as someone who can handle intense sequences, intense things. Remember, at the end of the day, it's just a movie. It's not nothing too big. I'm someone who's usually someone that can handle all of those dramatic sequences, even though how dark they are. I usually can look past it. Here, it's holding me back from ever watching it again because there is one scene where there's a person right there who they say, "Don't hurt us. We're American." And this guy straight up goes, "What kind of American are you?" They don't know how to respond. He could kill them at any minute. And it is literally just such, you feel in the trailer, it does not make it feel that intense. But when you're sitting there in that theater watching it, you freaking feel the intensity of what's happening. You're sitting there feeling every emotion going through their mind right there. Just like, what do we say? We could die either way. It's a 50-50 chance. And with the younger journalist there, it makes that scene so much more dramatic, so much more intense with her just sitting there freaking out. It is just way too hard to watch. And I've not even got to the sniper sequence yet. There's a scene where I thought something was going to happen in the sniper sequence that was super just intense and unsettling, and in a way that's good. And I mean that positively, because when you have a movie that can have you sitting on the edge of your seat, that's good, but it's holding me back from seeing it again, which is unusual. But those emotions are why I like seeing movies, because sometimes you can just sit there, have fun, turn your brain off, have a good time, and then other times you want some emotional impact. And right here is where you got it, in these intense action sequences. And it even comes down to the sound production of this movie that caught me off guard. Sounds that are very just like unsettling. And if you see this in a movie theater, it is loud as heck in there. And then combined with the sound effects that are thrown your way, it just makes this movie unique and unlike anything I've ever seen. And there's a scene towards the end of the movie with the president. I'm not going to spoil it, but holy crap, that just butt cheeks clenched, dude. Butt cheeks clenched. That's how I describe this. But dude, I was so impressed by this movie. And this had the sad, dark themes, while also this movie can be really funny. Like, I know I literally just, praised it for being intense, heartbreaking, just visually horrifying, to the point where I would almost call this a horror movie over a drama movie. But there's a but at the end. Oh my gosh, is this movie funny at times? And that is such a hard thing to do. And I don't understand how someone can make a movie as funny as this one is, while also making it as horrifying as it is, and making those two elements blend, making it, enjoyable to watch. Because there's movies like Thor: Love and Thunder where they joke, and then when something serious happens, you don't care. Here, it works in such a way that I've never seen comedy and seriousness matched up so well before. And before, if I was going to give a movie with comedy and seriousness matched up really well, I would go Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. But now, every director needs to take notes on this movie and why it made it so good. Because the comedy balance is just insane and caught me off guard. But overall, I came out loving this movie, other than my one gripe with them basically denying their entire marketing campaign once you get to the movie. But overall, I highly recommend you guys this movie. I'm going to give this a 9.5 out of 10. You know what? Screw it. My Civil War gripe at the beginning doesn't even matter that much. 10 out of 10. If you are looking for a time at the theater where you're going to be sitting there, clenched up, tied up. I know some people who can't handle this. And if I couldn't handle this, I just don't know. This movie just brought so much impact, and I have never felt a thrill like that before in any movie, and that's a compliment. I truly mean that as a positive. Well, I thank you guys for watching this review on Civil War. I thank you guys for sticking around this long, because just hearing me yap about this movie and just going off. But I want to thank you guys for watching the video. If you don't care, please leave a like on this video. I don't know like or subscribe or something. It's completely free. It helps you notice the channel, and we can eventually get bigger, because this is what I want to do, is review movies, and I love this, and I'm just starting right now. I want this to be a job. So thank you guys for everything. I'll talk to you guys later.